Alrighty, you guys, so when it comes to the SP for both Junpei, Itadori, and Kamo, now one of the characters which I was very 50-50 on, unsure on, is Kamo, right? Well, it turns out it's the complete opposite. Obviously, the structure before was Junpei, Itadori, and Kamo. In terms of with their SP release, to give you the newest order is Kamo, Junpei, and Itadori. So pretty much the unit that was at last place has now jumped into first place, pretty much to the extent of the amount of the percentage play that is playing out on this second skill. It really does help out Kamo a lot to deal some serious damage. Just to put it plainly, when it comes to blue DPS, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you have Kamo done quite nicely, and again more so for the global players out there, this is a pretty, well, I say pretty, no, this is a damn good now blue DPS character that you guys can put in the mix of things. His value has shot back up, so he is good to go, thankfully. And of course, when it comes to the third skill, the percentage play is there, of course, but more importantly, we can stack up on us being able to do that 20% more damage on well, for blue typing, that is, of course. So we can actually just keep piling that on because it's on for 4 turns. So I forgot to kind of take that into consideration on, you know, it being stackable. And so for that, overall, Kamo is now, in my opinion, the SP character. If you want to invest in out of the 3 characters, he is the one to go for. I mean, technically speaking, as I spoke about, Itadori is a freebie because, again, this is just his passive that you can just kind of open up, so it doesn't require level 10 skill. But between him and Junpei, of course, Kamo is now viable. Again, if you do choose to use Itadori and get his passives up. I've used Itadori, by the way. So I just want to clarify, you know, I have leveled up my Itadori. I was going to do a video using Itadori and just kind of seeing how this plays out. It's nothing too impressive. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is very casual. I mean, damage output wise, it wasn't really doing anything too crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, never really got to use this because my units never really fell below the HP requirement, but it's there, and you know, it would have helped out a lot on kind of, you know, taking the hits as time went on. So there's that. But when it comes to this skill in particular, you know, he builds up the count. It caps at 16, by the way. I couldn't surpass 16, but even with the 148% increase, I even had Gojo's ultimate involved, Geto's debuff was there, and then at the time Yaga's buff. Honestly, boys, I just wasn't it wasn't anything too impressive. It was good, don't get me wrong, in terms of being a second slot unit, but yeah, it wasn't anything too impressive. So again, that's why I was like, okay, cool, it is. Hence why I say this is a freebie. This is a freebie. But come on, god damn, I was not expecting that man to come out of the woodworks and fight back. Rightfully so, because again, like I said, for the longest time, Kamo was pretty much a dead unit. Obviously, on global, it was a instant dead on arrival type of character. Unfortunately, of course, because with the speed that global was going at, it does affect some of the characters releasing, and Kamo was unfortunately one of those characters that just got hit pretty bad in terms of the DPS power that he possessed, which was pretty much not up to the standard to where the game was at and currently is at up until now. But that second skill, when it comes to, you know, that damage dealt increase of what, 40%, to cap it at 50. And then obviously when it comes to the Jujutsu and the Taijutsu increase, starts at 80, caps at 100, and then just for the heck of it, you know, gets a little bit of a bonus for damage reduction, because why not? But obviously when all of that is in place, alongside being able to apply, what, 60% at the minimum when it comes to doing the enemy taking more damage from blue typing, and then of course, if you want to take into consideration, I don't know, Inumaki and other characters that are in the mix of things, of course. And then obviously keep in mind with Kamo now getting that special gauge increase, you've got your ultimate at the ready, and obviously the ultimate itself, with everything that is being taken into equation, with the second skill and the third skill that you're kind of stacking up, of course. Well, more so on the second skill that, on the third skill, that is. Kamo's ultimate does hit pretty hard right now, like disgustingly hard. So in terms of with where the characters are at in terms with DPS power, Kamo is now in the fray. But yeah, between the 3 boys, yeah, Itadori and Junpei were I would say, yeah, basically an improvement. But Kamo was a complete turnaround for being practically one of the worst characters like SSRs in the game. This is what I love about these potential systems, because they truly do bring back old units back from the dead, and this is a proof. Oh, this is just proof in the pudding right here. Yeah, so Kamo's SP release has just really changed the game in terms of you utilizing and having another addition on the blue roster for more DPS power. Again, if you want to utilize Itadori, then by all means do so. Just keep in mind, obviously, in that aspect you won't be able to use Sukuna, of course, because of course Sukuna right now is like the main blue DPS, of course. So just kind of want to put that in the mix, because of course when I was using my Itadori, I'm like, I'll link him with Sukuna, we're gonna be just as fine. And then I'm just like, wait, same character, can't do that. So alternative choices, you got Kamo, you've got Maki, of course, so there are choices. Inamaki is a pretty staple character for the blue typing, of course, but yeah, the power that this man possesses, just with how things work, I genuinely thought, like, damn, maybe the percentage play on his skills might need something just to give him that slight little edge. Boy, was I wrong on on the amount that you can kind of stack up on when it comes to utilizing his second skill, making sure he's above that 60 mark with the cursed energy, piling on the increase of damage towards the enemy for the blue typing, of course. Everything just kind of lines up beautifully for Kamo, just kind of building up that nuking ultimate. So that's kind of like the final premise of how Kamo is looking, with everything being buffed up and what it is leading towards, and that is that ultimate. Oh yeah, it's AoE, isn't it? Oh my god. That ultimate is just pretty disgusting now, with the right setup, with all the buffs being applied, and yeah, his final damage output could be pretty disgusting too. So ultimately, if you do have Kamo, you have leveled him. I mean, I feel like it's only going to be a rare few who have invested into this man, and that's fine, it's okay. But it's just an alternative option if you have done him up, and yeah, if you have him at the ready to actually be improved and get those skills, then just know that out of the three boys, Kamo, just, yeah, go for it. You won't be disappointed. Jumper, yeah, I mean, again, it's just a decent improvement. If you've got him built up, then just go for it. It's just a slight little decent improvement for the man himself. Again, I'm curious to see on how that will work between him and Dagon. I just kind of want to see how the DOT play is going to be there. If it's super effective, investment is there. If not, then we'll leave it be. And then again, like I said, Itadori, you can just casually get that one done because it's just double passive. So overall, with the 3 SPs being unleashed, Kamo has come out on top. All of them are good. Itadori, Junpei, good. Kamo is really the one that we've just kind of been blown away and took him back, because he is now up to with where the standard is at for DPS. So